Christine. Welcome to Book Club. This is a special episode of Book Club because this marks a decade of book club. Even though it hasn't been on for 10 years, by decade I mean 10 episodes. Episode 10. Ooh, two hands. What am I going to do next? I'm out of fingers. Awesome book. The end of an awesome series. And that series is the Hunger Games trilogy. The trilogy is made up of 3 books by Suzanne Collins. The Hunger Games and Catching Fire are the first 2 books. August 24th, which was, I don't know when I'm putting this out, but right now it's the 26th. This came out August 24th. It's Mockingjay. It's beautiful. It's the Mockingjay flying free. Yeah, which is Katniss. I finished it yesterday. Started it mid-afternoon the 24th. I finished it like 4:30-ish on the 25th. But anyway, it was amazing. This is going to be spoilery. I'm just going to tell you right now. So if you haven't read the book yet, read the books. Then come back. Because unless you like spoilers, because I'm going to be spoiling the whole book. Overall, what did you think of this book? Because I thought, I just finished Mockingjay. It was really good. And it was really sad. My mascara, I just flashed it off, but it was like 2 straight lines of black all the way down my face. I looked in the mirror and I started laughing at myself. But yeah, it was so sad. It was a big bloodbath.
You are now running on reserve battery power.
Way to kill the mood. It was just heartbreakingly amazing. And I cried so many times. It was ridiculous. It's so dumb. My sister walked in and she's like, seriously, you're crying because of a book? And I'm like, go away. You don't understand. Twitter today, Kristen Bell said it's here, and she had a picture to click on, TwitPic. Clicked on it, guess what? Mockingjay. Kristen Bell reads The Hunger Games. Stephenie Meyer reads The Hunger Games. Everybody reads The Hunger Games because it's awesome, so read them. I was expecting bloodbathiness, but not as much as this was a bloodbath. It starts out, Katniss is in District 12, she could see, because they said there is no more District 12 Katniss at the end of Catching Fire. And we're like, what? And it was bombed to nothing, and we learned that Madge and her whole family has died. But Gale had led a whole group out when the bombs were going on, and he saved a whole crowd of people, a big crowd. And they went to District 13, and District 13 is interesting. How weird they to get there. They just put their hand under something every day, and every day there's a schedule printed on their arm, what time they have to do everything, and it's a strict militaristic. That's how they run their district. Everyone has a schedule, and you have to be where you are. It says to be on your schedule every day. So we see a lot of big stuff happening in Mockingjay, because the last one. I'm going to talk about the particular parts that really struck me that I remember. But there's so much stuff. We can't go through everything. And I want you to tell me about your favorite part. The first part that comes to mind is the beginning with the promos and stuff. They call them propos, and I don't know if that stands for propaganda. It's because promos, we do a promo, we do a commercial for something, or it's a promotional. And Peeta's not there right now. Peeta's under capture at the Capitol. We see him on the TV, and he's all healthy, but then, a few days later, they see him, and he's all, lost 15 pounds, and he looks terrible, and it was stressful. I was so stressed out. I was like, when are you going to go rescue Peeta? When are you going to go rescue Peeta? And Gale grew on me, because I didn't like him before. I was like, oh, okay, Gale. But Gale still, he's no Peeta at all. So I really liked the part when they were filming all the promos. I did not like when they did it in front of the screen, but when they were actually, in the District 8, that was intense. I really liked the part, okay, when they go back to District 12 to do some more promos. Propose. She's singing the Hanging Tree song, and it's really spooky, but it's really touching, and I know that they're going to be filming, because if I was there, I would have turned my cameras on right then, and I'm like, I knew they were going to say, cut when it's over, and she's like, what? Katniss is so cool. It's obviously they have the cameras on you. That's the kind of stuff they're looking for, and with the Avox, he was so happy and he was whistling. I thought that was a really nice moment. When we learned that Cinna is actually dead, I didn't think they were actually going to kill him. I thought he was going to appear at the end. But it turns out Cinna's dead. Gone. And he left her that Mockingjay war outfit, which is so nice. But seriously, Cinna's not here. Gone. Suzanne Collins is not afraid to kill people off. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because so many people die. It was so sad. So they're all in District 13 right now. And then Peeta is on air. And he's kind of fighting with himself. He's trying to spit something out. And everyone's watching. It spits out Katniss 13 dead by morning, and like he's like trying to spit it out. And what did you think was going on right there? Because I was like, what's going on? I thought they had put something in his brain so they could control him like a robot, and like they kind of do that, but not like what I was thinking, because I thought they would be able to like switch it off or something like that when he comes back. But apparently it was hijacking, which sounds terrible. It's kind of like, I guess, brainwashing, but I feel like it's a stronger form because they're actually putting these, like, he can see these memories that they're showing him in the tracker jacker venom tracker jacker. Am I saying that right? So there's this whole lockdown. Prim just gets in. Okay, the cat, Buttercup or something. Anyway, the ugly cat. It's yellow, creepy eyes, and he shows up so much. And I'm like, because he shows up in the beginning when she's in the ashes of Tissue 12. Nothing has survived. But then the cat Buttercup comes walking in looking extremely fed. Now, I was expecting this to be, like, I was like, oh my god, something happened to the cat. The government is actually hijacked the cat. It's actually a mutt, and it actually can see everything that Katniss is doing. And I had this whole, like, conspiracy theory going on, and it turns out Buttercup was just a cat. As we find out with the stupid crazy cat game, when it chases around a light for hours and hours at a time. It's like, oh, okay, never mind. And then they're locked down, and the whole bombing sequence, blah, 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 blah. Peeta saves their lives again. Finnick in this book, I love Finnick. I was... And then Finnick dies. And he gets Annie back, and then he dies. And they get married, and then he dies. Was that a big death for you? Because I was like, are you kidding me? When she looks down the shaft, and she's like, and then come the mud to rip off his head, and I saw Finnick, and blah, blah, blah. But you did not just kill Finnick. I love the part when he's like, in the elevator with underwear, and he's like, and then they go back, and, oh, Boggs. Boggs is one of my favorite new characters. What did you think? Who's your favorite new character? Andrew Sims was like, my favorite new character is Coin, and I'm like, I hate Coin. Ew. What did you think at the end when they killed Coin? Like, when she killed Coin? Because I was like, she's definitely going to shoot Coin, and then she did. So I was like, yes. But did you think she's going to do that? Because, what a bitch. Beep. She just killed all those children to end the war, but they were all children, and our people were in there. When I say our, I mean the rebels. I'm like, what the F? So what was the biggest death in this book for you? Because we had a lot of deaths. Boggs. Boggs dies, which really upset me, but not to tears. And Finnick dies, which I did tear. Many people die. And then there's Prim. And when it was happening, I was like, what? Like, she's watching the rebels come in and stuff, and she sees this girl with a blonde braid, and I was like, no. No, how is she out there? And then 2 seconds later, she blows up, and that freaking got me. Like, I was crying for 10 minutes, just sitting there, being like, Prim? What? Katniss, like, loses the will to live. That was the worst stuff for me. I was just so upset for, like, a long time. What was the worst for you? I'm gonna jump to the end right now. Katniss is like, oh, doesn't want to live anymore. Taking the capital and everything. Coin asks if they think it'd be fair to have a Hunger Games with the kids of everyone that's close to the Capitol, like the government officials from the Capitol, so they could get a taste of their own medicine, which I think horribly cruel. So she has them vote. Of course, Joanna votes yes. Peeta is like, no, of course not. BT says no. Annie, Finnick's wife, says no. Finnick would say no. And then we get to Katniss, and she says yes for Prim. Of all people, I know Katniss is like a vengeful person, actually, but I really wanted her to say no, and then Hamish just follows suit. I'm with the Mockingjay. How sad was it to learn about the previous victors? Like, we didn't know about Hamish and stuff, and then we learned that because of that whole thing he pulled, like, how he won the games is with, he used the force fields, like, he's not supposed to use them like that, but he used them to his advantage and killed the last person.
You are now running on reserve battery power.
To punish him, they killed his whole family and his girlfriend. So he had no one left. So, I mean, I don't blame him how he is now. But we learned that Finnick was actually used as a prostitute for Snow. He made money off giving him to people. Katniss gets really upset. She's like, oh my god, I can't believe I said all those things about him. They said he has so many girls and he's such a slut. But really, he was being used as a prostitute. And I love Finnick. And I'm so upset about that. Okay, let's talk about the big thing in here, Peeta. Guess who Katniss picked at the end? So Katniss ends up with Peeta, haha. Peeta. That's what I thought. Okay, sorry. We're all itching for him to come back. Like, we miss PETA. Like, I missed PETA the whole first kind of half of the book. Finally, go on the rescue mission. She wakes up, Haymitch tells her that they've sent a rescue mission for PETA because she cannot go on without knowing he's safe and that they can't use him against her. And we get to know Prim a little bit more in this book, and it's just all the more sad when she dies. Anyway, Haymitch is like trying to avoid the question of who volunteered to go rescue him because it's really dangerous. The first one to volunteer, and they're like, Gale. And I was like, oh my god, Gale's gonna die. Not that I wanted him to die, but I was like, Gale's gonna die and Peter's gonna come back. And then I'm all set in my theory because this is what I wanted to happen before. And then they both come back. They got everyone. She's like going to see him and she's like, I wonder what's gonna happen. Like, how's our reunion to be? She's gonna be so excited. She's so excited. She goes running down the hall and then he catches her by the throat and like almost kills her. It was like, you couldn't make it that easy. You just couldn't let us have that one moment with Susanne Collins. I was like, PETA! Like, did that really upset you, or were you all like, okay, now she's gonna be with Gale? Did you think that she was actually gonna end up with PETA again, or did you always think it? Because I always thought it. There's so many times where I think Gale's gonna die, and then he doesn't die. Everyone comes out in the end, Gale, PETA, and Katniss. And they have kids, and it's so cute. How funny is it the Deli Cartwright turns up? Anyway, just rereading the first Hunger Games, and they talk about Deli Cartwright and stuff. Oh, anyway, just rereading this, like, I remember the lines really clearly. And so I was reading this, and PETA just keeps saying, like, these lines from the first one, like, when he's remembering things, like, good things about Katniss, and every time he said it, I was like, oh my god, I started tearing up. She's like, please stay with me. He's like, I'm losing it. I hate you, I'm gonna kill you. Ness was coming back, and she, like, kissed him, and she's like, please don't let them have you. Stay with me. And then he comes out, and he's like, always, and he says that in, I don't know which one. I can't think of anything else he says right now, but he says a lot of the things, and so cute. This book is so intense. What did you think? Let's rate the books. I would rate Catching Fire is my favorite. I like them all so much, so this is gonna sound like I don't like Mockingjay, but if I was gonna rate them, I think I'd go Catching Fire, Hunger Games, Mockingjay, just because Mockingjay made me cry so much. Like, I was so upset, but it was awesome. I like Prim. And Finnick. And Boggs. And her mom moved away and Gale got a thing. What did you think about Gale getting a job in District 2? I was like, really? He's going to be that far away? I guess they preferred him to be near Katniss and PETA, but at the end it's like, Katniss didn't need him. Katniss needed someone like PETA because she needs a dandelion. She needs hope. She doesn't need to be all negative. How weird was it? Like, after we take down the Capitol, like, how are we planning on running the government any different? We're planning on doing something called a republic, and they're like, what? How does that work? And they're like, the representative is chosen from each district, and they all congregate to help make the laws and stuff. Like, it worked for our ancestors. And Katniss makes the remark, like, if it worked for our ancestors, like, obviously it didn't work that great, because look at where we are now. And they obviously didn't take any care of the earth, because look how it is now. It's like, makes you think about things. That sounds so much better than your dictatorship. They live under a dictatorship. The last scene before Katniss, like, is, like, tongued by those fire thingy mutts or whatever. But that was confusing. It's one thing that bothered me about the book. And it was like the whole last section, we're on this mission to kill Snow. I'm expecting her to, like, infiltrate the mansion and stuff. This whole mission kind of was for nothing. Like, don't even see her get to do it. It sounds it's a lot more realistic than, like, because, like, realistically, I mean, I guess it'd be really impossible for that to happen. It's so much lead up, and then it's just, like, she gets attacked, and Prim dies. Yeah, what did you think at the end? Because I was a little confused. I didn't really understand the fire thing, and then she started, like, saying all these things about people, and I thought she was, like, dreaming, or she had passed out, and she was gonna wake up and have to fight. But, like, she passed out, and I guess the hovercraft thing had, like, taken her back up to get medical help. Did you get it? Plutarch? I don't know. I don't know if I like that guy still. He's, like, obnoxious. He's, like, making an American Idol sort of thing, and he asks her if she wants to join at the end. That was funny. That was really funny. Joanna, she was funny in this book. She, like, has these zingers. She's like, oh my god, Peeta and I are such good friends now. We had adjoining cells when we were being tortured, so we know our screams, like, so, like, you know that line I'm talking about? That was funny. So it made you laugh in the book, because there was a lot of good, like, humorous lines. What did you think of those tests, like that block test that she had to go to be in the army? Because, like, that reminded me of Men in Black. You know, that test that he had to do in the first Men in Black, Will Smith had to do. Favorite new character? Favorite anything? Anything you want to talk about? Let me know. Okay. So for now, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please leave your thoughts, everything you think about it, in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at XTINEMAY. Follow us on Tumblr. It's fullofbananas20.tumblr.com. And yeah, awesome. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You're awesome. Read The Hunger Games. It's awesome.